What's up, you cool cats and kittens? Welcome back to another episode of Guapish at the Disco. As always, I am your host, Tanner, and I am, as always, joined by Jackson.
Hello, I don't like birds.
And Tanichi.
Yep.
And today we are reviewing my pick of Ornithology by Foreknown. This is a crap album from 2014, I think. I don't remember the year, but I'm pretty sure 2014 is close enough.
It is, in fact, 2014.
I'm goated. Yeah, I chose this one because I really like this one, and it's the only rap album that I regularly listen to. Man, whose thoughts do I want to get first? Jackson, go ahead and give me your overarching thoughts on the album.
I think it is just okay. I think there are some songs that I think are fine. I think there's a decent amount that I don't care for and are kind of goofy. I like the lyrics of a decent amount of them. I think the backtrack, a lot of them, is pretty goofy and takes me out of it. A lot of these are just like some silly goofy shit like hashtag footy pajama pizza dance karaoke party go and minivan. A lot of it seems to be stemming from life experiences, I presume, with shit like Vulture and Little Miss So-and-so, things like that. I assume that's coming from somewhere, and he's not just like, I'm going to write a song about a chick that was sexually abused as a child and grows up, because that just seems kind of weird. Which, you know, fair enough. Overall, though, I just think it's kind of fine. I've got notes on all of these. Most of the notes are just like whatever, except for Bird in Hand, where I write, "How do you get Eminem?" I will say, probably my favorite of the songs, I would say, is Phoenix, or The Phoenix, potentially. That was the one that got like stuck in my head a little bit. The rest of them I didn't like care a crazy amount for.
Interesting. Okay. Tanichi, I am probably most curious to hear your thoughts as someone who is a much bigger fan of the genre than I.
Okay, so when it comes to like rap, this is a pretty decent album.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent album, all things considered. I think Jackson's right. A little bit of the unfortunate aspect is the bad songs are fucking bad. You've got some songs in here where he's rapping bullshit over awful fucking beats. And like, which one? The Quartermaster, the beat made my fucking ears bleed.
Dude, the first time I heard that song, I was just like driving around listening to the album in my car, and I was busting a fucking gut. I could not take it seriously at all. Especially when he just keeps fucking repeating, like, no work, all play, arcade all day, and he just keeps repeating that so many times. Like, I was just fucking laughing my ass off with those weird ass beats in the background of like the weird fucking like arcade noises and shit. Such a weird song.
Yeah, some of these instrumentals are just fucking unbearable, dude. Minivan as well. Like, I fucking hate that song. I hate that bit. I hate that beat. I hate it. I hate that fucking song.
I did also not like the backtrack of that one.
I think the fucked up part is these really awful songs are preceded by like Bird in Hand, and then Minivan is preceded by that other song where it's like, fuck, dude, why'd you have to follow these bad songs with genuinely really fucking good songs? And it's a little frustrating as a listener because like it gives me like almost anxiety because I'll hear the start of it and I'll be like, fuck, dude, here we go again. Like, I can't wait for 20 minutes of bullshit. Like, because the bad songs feel long as fuck. Like, he's right. He's repeating the same lyric over and over again. Like, they just drag you the fuck down. And then they'll hit you with like 3 or 4 good bars and you're like, oh shit, okay, hold on. He's going along with the beat. I'm so happy here. I think my favorite song is probably The Truth About Flight, Love, and BB Guns.
Interesting.
Yeah, that one thematically is really fucking awesome. I really like Little Miss So-and-so and Vulture. Obviously, how Vulture sets up Little Miss So-and-so. I think that's creative, but it's not something I haven't seen before. But the truth about Love, Flight, and BB Guns is like that subversion of that expectation of this fucking like I want to say you almost forget that BB Gun is in there until the ending. And the ending is a Sopranos reference where it just goes black and he stops rapping, which when it happened in the Sopranos, it literally took years for people to understand how fucking important that ending of the Sopranos was. Like, in the moment, like, everyone was pissed off. Oh, it just cuts to black, then it's a fucking title screen, no one knows what happened. But this was like, we've all been watching the same TV show. We know that this was gonna happen. He doesn't make it out. New York is the strongest thing on the fucking planet. It's almost like that in a sense. You know the ending is the BB gun. You know the BB gun comes into play. And when it comes into play, it shoots the fucking main character. Like, after a pretty heart-drenching story about love and not feeling freedom, that shit's incredible. Where the fuck did this 10 out of 10 song come from on this 5 out of 10 album? It pisses me the fuck off. Genuinely. Like, I like this album because I went in thinking I can't wait to hear some shitty Christian rap, and then I went in thinking like, fuck, dude, this guy's a whole lot deeper than I expected, and he's got bars.
Okay.
I really like this album. I think it's a good listen. I think it also has some replayability, which is some stuff that other albums really don't have. The album I picked, I feel like, has some replayability, and that's like what makes it so good. This is another album where it's like, all right, I'll be able to pin down the bad songs and not have them in there, but like I can 3, 4, 5 songs out of here I can put on the playlist and get right back into the album, and I like that a lot.
Radical. Yeah. As I've established, I'm a big fan of this album. Let's see, when I'm like rating the songs, the lowest I rated a song was a 5 out of 10, and that's Footy Pajama Pete's Dance Karaoke Party Go.
Insane.
I think it's kind of a fun song, but it doesn't do much for the album, just because like, it's really short, and like the bit is, you get what it is immediately. And then I have 2 10 out of 10 albums on this one. And that is Little Miss So-and-so, which I think one thing he does really good in a couple of his songs is like storytelling and like laying out sort of a narrative. And Little Miss So-and-so, I unironically, all 3 of the times I listened to it this week, I like would start tearing up at the end. Like, this song is just able to actually hit me and make me emotionally resonate with it. And then the other 10 out of 10 song for me is Catharta's Aura, Vulture. I think this song is fucking brilliant. It is insanely relatable for me as someone who has struggled with like porn and sex addiction. And this is the thing that makes me get like what rap can do as like a storytelling medium, because it sets up where the first 2/3 of the song you're thinking like, oh, this is like women, right, kind of song, you know, it's like, oh, bitches be fucking you over or whatever, and then he just so masterfully in so few words is immediately able to turn around the meaning of the song and point the finger back at himself in the song. But when I'm listening to it, it feels like he's pointing the finger back at me, where I'm like, well, you're an active participant in this situation too. You have responsibility for what's going on as well. And I remember I first listened through to this album in like high school or something. And I remember, you know, after college, and I was kind of in sort of the darkest part of like my sex addiction, and I had that song Vulture come on, and it it like clicked with me in a way that it didn't before. I was like, oh, I like really understand like what is being said here and really connect with it. And I like started bawling when I heard it. Bawling as in crying really hard, not like
You're gonna fucking hit some force up.
I heard Vulture and I went and dropped 40. He made me so bad.
left-handed. It was crazy. Let's see, what other ones do I really... I mean, I really like a lot of the songs. I really like, let's see. My next highest rated, I have a 9 out of 10 for Bird in Hand. I love the feature on this song, dude. His line delivery is so fucking good. Like, holy shit. Like, what?
I don't think we're listening to the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, the feature is...
I'm not necessarily saying about like the literal
Larry is
dude,
a fire
I love
opener.
that shit. Now you're out of your
Let's refer to this bird as Larry. I love it. I mean, throughout the album, obviously he's referring like the symbolism between himself and birds is like there, so I understand the importance of the line of let's refer to this bird as Larry, rather than being like, damn, I'm talking about myself or I'm talking about my friend. You know, it's good, but it's goofy. It's a goofy bar. It's a goofy bar setup. It's the whole thing is goofy, and I
he
really
has a
like
through
that song,
line of
though.
humor in these. Yeah.
I really like that song. I like the whole fucking thing. I like. I think I'm on that 4.4 and I need a 4.6, improving my life, but only in increments. That's fucking genius. Like, because he's increased his dosage from 4.4 to 4.6 and it's improved his life in increments. That's a fucking bar. That's a bar. Like, I love that. I love that bar. But I don't know. I just like, let's refer to the bird as Larry, and then Larry and Ostrich ostracized to a treadmill is fucking...
I don't know, man. I really like it. I like I don't know what he means by his like opening lines, but it's like, what is it?
Let's refer to this bird as Larry.
No, that's not his opening line. That comes a couple lines later. His opening one is fucking the Aurora. Fuck, I can't remember.
The palpitations of heart.
The palpitations of a heart of darkness.
The horror.
The horrible aura. The horrible aura.
An immigrant. Consider it a horror flick. Now
Now
I'm
living
living
at Icarus and more of a Hitchcock sort of experience.
Yeah, it's
This
goofy.
Orb You and I Citizen.
Yeah, he's Eminem rapping his ass off. Lyrical, miracle, spiritual, like a motherfucker. I hate it. I hate it.
I agree. I don't think any of like the wordplay is very technical in this album, but I think the delivery of a lot of it I really like, especially that stuff. Let's see.
Wordplay in general is super difficult, which is why like on some level I give it credit, but like goofy wordplay is still goofy wordplay. Like I can't help but to laugh it.
I like the Quartermaster just because I'm fucking dork and I'm like, dude, I recognize all of these fucking references, dude. That's crazy.
I do appreciate that song for the amount it's able to squeeze in, and it doesn't try to like repeat its themes all the time. It does feel like a very original track, but it's just so fucking annoying to listen to. It's like really drags it down.
I don't find it annoying, but that's all right. I like Double Tap, where it starts out as a fun, like, oh, it's like a zombie themed rap song. That's kind of neat. And then he kind of adds in some theming, some like moral stuff at the end, where it's like, oh, this is a commentary on sort of like the spiritual decay of society rather than like the physical decaying of a zombie, you know. Let's see. I like the Never Haves. That one's the most explicitly Christian song on the album.
He says the N-word, though. What are you trying to say?
He does say the
What's
N-word.
the N-word?
The hard R. I'm not. This is a YouTube recording, buddy. I wouldn't say it regardless.
Oh, my bad. You wouldn't say it regardless.
Yeah, but also, like, I think it can also just generally be interpreted in a more neutral way where it's like, hey, appreciate that there are people who've gone through harder stuff than you and survived, so, like, you can do it.
My notes for that song was literally tough shit loser, pack your bags.
One of my notes is, damn, not on the same day. Oof.
Right, it is rough.
Yeah. That's not even crazy. Half of the shit I've experienced.
I was gonna say, that sounds like an average day in fucking LA with Danichi. You tell me about that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah, dude. I've had people get out of their car to come run bits about being racist to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure a long time ago I once asked Tanichi if he's been called the N-word and an Uncle Tom in the same day, and that's because I was referencing this song.
Yeah, I do remember that question, and I was like, yeah, fucking, and not understanding, but like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? I just love it. I love it on the same day. It's like, oh no.
Same person, too. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, the fucking back-to-back. I will say, Tanner touched on this a little bit, but I think the best part about this album, at least for me, was just the way they do storytelling. It's like, I think one of the best songs that orchestrates that outside of like Little Miss So-and-So, which is I think like the big piece with that type of thing, is Shapeshifter actually. Like it literally just feels like he's kind of like reading you a book in the form of, you know, a song, which I think is quite interesting. I think a lot of these songs are pretty interestingly structured that way, which I'm not used to. I don't really get that type of thing. I would say I'll connect it most to Millie, actually. Millie is an artist I listen to a lot, and they do something pretty similar where they basically just like tell a story through their lyrics, which I think is really cool. And I connected with that a lot in some of these songs.
Nice.
That was like my like fucking attach point. I don't know what you'd like say, like the thing that I'm like using to like base myself into.
The thing you glommed onto.
Yeah, it was just like the thing that I was able to, like really latch onto and connect to type of things that I listen to normally.
Yeah. Do we have any finishing thoughts on this one?
Some of the, I don't know if I like a decent amount of the vocal deliveries. I think he's got some work he could do as a singer personally. He has a different style. That was just fucking like garbage I just said. That didn't make any fucking sense. He's got like some different styles in some of the songs. He tries different things with, I don't know if a lot of them work. I don't know. I'm just not like a crazy fan of his vocals. I think for the most part they're pretty inoffensive, but he does have his songs where it's just like kind of weird, and I don't like the way they fucking he phrases things. Like what song am I thinking of? Fucking, even like in Ornithology, for example, I don't know. He was trying to like do something a little bit different with the way he was like the fucking like kind of like subtle way he was like singing it. I don't know if it really worked.
Yeah, he was trying to sing. You can tell this guy, like, that's just what his voice sounds like. There's nothing he can do to make it sound any different than that. He has to work with it.
I was gonna say, there's not really much he can do because he's a very rappy kind of person, and trying to keep up an accent.
You can just not make songs like that, or just structure them differently so you don't have to sing that way.
Yeah, you cannot make songs like that. That's kind of hard to not. That's his creative process. That's like being like, yeah, you just can't like paint like that. You got to paint a different way. It's like, fuck. You gotta know your strengths, dude. You can make it, but like it's gonna get criticized. There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, if he's gonna do, like, singing parts, especially in, like, choruses or whatever, like, you gotta go crooner, man. Your voice is too low to try anything else.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I don't think he should stop. I think maybe he should switch the style up.
Yeah, there's also just, like, maybe a rap thing, too, but they fucking do a lot of, like, say the name of the songs a lot, and I thought it was kind of annoying. Like, fucking Shapeshifter, I actually liked Shapeshifter a decent amount. That was probably one of my top picks for this album as well. Unfortunately, the thing that really brought it down for me is going shapeshifter, shapeshifter, she's a shapeshifter, shapeshifter. I thought that part was annoying as fuck, personally. He does it like twice. Things like that, kind of like take me out of an otherwise good track, personally. Mm-hmm. And there's just like a lot of like those like things that just add up over time, for me.
I don't have a problem with that part. He's just rapping and saying shapeshifter to the rhythm of the song.
I just don't think it like fits like the vibe. It's just like a very different vibe from like his like storytelling approach to the rest of it. He like cuts out of it and just goes into some like fucking generic. I'm gonna say the name of the song like 3 times. I don't know, it just didn't work for me.
Fair enough, yeah.
And then, yeah, there's the tonal things. Obviously, he's going for like a goofy theme for a decent amount of these songs, where the rest of them are also quite serious for the most part.
Yeah, it's actually incredibly goofy and then incredibly serious.
I think it's crazy that he opens the second track in the album with the fucking Quartermaster. Like, imagine somebody opening up this album, they listen to Reboot and they're like, okay, kind of weird, and they listen to Quartermaster like, what the fuck, and then they leave.
Yeah. Like Footy Pajama Pizza Dance Karaoke Party Go is it's one song and then you go into Little Miss So-and-So. So it's from fucking like a wannabe sort of party song into, hey, here's a girl who was sexually assaulted her entire fucking life. Yeah, goofy stuff. Tanichi, do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I listened to this album 4 times. And I only listened to Footy Pajama fucking once. I skipped it 3 times.
I forced myself to listen to it each time, but I didn't get any value of it after the first.
Yeah, I skipped that fucking song. And I don't have a problem saying I did. I skipped that fucking song. Also, on this guy has these songs lyriced out on Genius, and for a lot of them, I'm like I want to go contribute. Because I understand some of these bars,
listen,
but
man.
I also don't.
Unironically, I was looking up the lyrics for Bird in Hand, and I noticed some of these are just straight up wrong, and so I did contribute and change them.
Okay,
Nice.
That's good,
That's
because
funny.
I noticed that for some of them as well. I was like, I want to change this, but also it's I don't fucking have the energy, because then I'm gonna look through all of them and be like, dude,
Right.
whoever wrote this needs to fucking swallow.
I think I noticed a lot of the contributors are from the UK, so
Yeah, that as well.
They
I
just
was
don't
like,
know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, a lot of and
It's like me trying to contribute to the fucking Library of Babel. It just doesn't make sense.
a lot of them also as well are like fucking translating the most simplest fucking shit. On the fucking BB gun one, at the ending line, it's like a 3-paragraph to tell us that the bird got shot by the BB gun. I could have gotten that, you fucks. Dude,
Here's my media literacy card.
yeah. And even then, it's too fucking much, dude. What are you're babbling. You're fucking yapping.
Anyways, the real tragedy of this album is that Minivan is the most played song of it, at least on YouTube Music.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that tracks on like Spotify. That shit's fucking crazy.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I think Minivan is fun. You're being a hater.
No, I'm not saying I dislike
You
the song.
can keep your Lambo doors, my doors slide shut.
I think the lyrics are funny, but like, why the fuck did he write this song? What inspired this? Like, I assume he's
got
just like
a
a father,
minivan.
and he's got a minivan. He's a father, and like he was like, I'm gonna write about this because I think it's funny. But
Yeah, he's a dad. He likes being a bit goofy, and he thought, hey, it'd be funny if I wrote a song about a minivan.
I just think it's sad that he's got songs like Little Miss So-So and shit, and then fucking
around the
Minivan's
same
top
fucking
song.
album again. Like, nothing pisses me off than like subverting your own tone, and it's this. It's like this is the song you'd show a kid, and then be like, "Don't listen to anything else on the album." Then why'd you show me this, you fucking asshole? Like,
I mean,
why'd
real
you
talk,
put
though,
this
probably
on the
just
album?
he didn't have enough fucking songs to like make 2 albums, or like he had a bunch of songs cooking. He was like, I'm just gonna throw them all into one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would it be better if he had like 2 half albums where he had all the silly songs together and then all the serious ones together?
I say just take out like Minivan, the Quartermaster, and the fucking Pajama Party song, and put it into like some separate EP, and then have just this album the same. Otherwise,
or have a bonus track and then be like, these are the dumpsters, like, and make it very
yeah,
clear.
put them at the end.
Yeah. They should
That's
be
true,
they
yeah.
should be A, B, and C, D. They shouldn't have numbers in the albums. Fuck me, dude.
That's funny. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the rankings, or the ratings rather. Tanichi,
I give this
what rating do you want?
I give it 6 out of 10. I think this is a good album. I think what holds it back is the bad songs, obviously, but I think this has a lot going for it. Again, this is very listenable music. The next album I'm going to choose I cannot listen all the way through. It's so difficult, and it's a rap album. I would listen to this 1,000 more times versus listening
Eminem's first
to this
album.
next one. No, I'm not. I'm choosing something a lot worse. Eminem's first album is very good.
That was a bit, dude. Personally, I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. I also agree. I think it's listenable. I like some of the songs in it, but a lot of them are just like totally forgettable for me. And then there's also the bad ones that I just do not like to listen to. But overall, I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I understand why Tanner's going to give this an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 personally. It's just not particularly for me. I could see myself getting into it though. Like I said, with that connection I made to Millie, I could see myself getting into this type of music. I just need to find that album that really clicks it for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I in fact did give it an 8 out of 10.
Really relate with.
Yeah, I did in fact give this one an 8 out of 10. Mostly because the 3 songs I really like drag it up quite a bit for me, and I don't hate any of the songs, so I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Fair enough, but you were talking high about it, so that's what I expected.
Yeah.
And overall, that landed at a 6.3. For some reason, all 3 of the albums reviewed so far have had a 0.3 rating for whatever reason.
It's because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Somebody run the stats on that. Anyways, we've all officially picked an album at this point. How about that? And of course, we're going to be restarting the loop here. Tanichi is going to pick his album. Worse than Eminem's first album. What is it, buddy?
A Big Day by Chance the Rapper. So, I want to talk a little bit about this motherfucking album. So, Chance recently got divorced, and all of his fans are so fucking happy. Why? Because he wrote this piece of shit fucking album while being married to his wife, and it's a noticeable decline in what and how good Chance the Rapper is. Chance the Rapper had the potential to be seen as like Kanye's greatest pick. Like, Kanye has handpicked a lot of people who, if they had put in a little bit more effort, would be incredible. Big Sean is an incredible rapper, but unfortunately, he has the ability to deliver you absolute hot fucking unlistenable garbage. Chance the Rapper wasn't that. Chance the Rapper put 100% into everything he did, and then for some reason, he dropped this absolute fucking travesty. This is some of the hardest. If you don't understand what I say by rapping bullshit, you'll understand after this album. He has so many bars where it's like, why
you could probably go into a lot of this in the actual review itself too. I don't think people need the whole fucking spiel about it before they even get a review of it.
Trust me, you guys are gonna be able to shit on this album a lot more than this. I'm
already seeing it has a lot of interesting features.
Nicki Minaj is on 14 of them, unfortunately.
She's on 3 so far.
It's a fucked up album.
I hate that I'm seeing fucking skit on every 5 songs. It says skit. Why do people do that? I've never understood skits in albums.
Well,
we could talk about it fucking later. I don't need to know. I want to experience the skits before we talk about the skits.
I will say that this is the longest album I'll pick. This is 22 songs, an hour and 17 minutes, and it's fucking painful. And I'm sorry, but I can't wait to shit on this album.
Let me scroll back up to our the beginning of our group chat where I believe Jackson says, "I don't want us picking dog shit."
I mean, let's say I meant an object dog shit. We're not going to listen to some guy banging a fucking rock against a cave wall.
So I should probably choose a different album then.
You can pick whatever the fuck. This is music. This is an official album published by an actual rapper. This isn't some fucking guy recording his chicken take a shit in a barn on SoundCloud. That's what I was talking about when I say not dog shit.
Okay. I can't wait until we really skirt that line. One day we get back in here and we're like, okay, guys, does this one break the rule?
I'm thinking of picking a Goat and Your Mom album, which is a very famous band, Goat and Your Mom.
Never heard of them.
Gotta look at their song "Quack Like a Duck." It's true fucking art. We might get a Go In Your Mom album soon. I might pick Go In Your Mom. Shout out Go In Your Mom.
Thank you for joining us. That was Ornithology by Foreknown. Join us next time when we listen to The Big Day by Chance the Rapper.
I'm so happy he's divorced. Start doing do more drugs, Chance.
And maybe some facial reconstructive surgery. I saw one picture of him and he's a bit fucked up. Bye.
Bye-bye.